Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for August 18, 2023, the Fake Uber Accounts Edition. We begin with that story from the Texas Tribune that impeached Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, created a fake Uber account name to obtain bribes from the alleged briber Nate Paul and to go see his mistress. This included a $122,000 payment where that Paxton allegedly sent back to Paul to attempt to hide his free home renovations that Paul had paid for. These new allegations were outlined in a series of filings in the Texas Senate's Court of Impeachment and shed new light on the relationship between Paul and impeached Attorney General Paxton. So it just gets worse for Paxton. Next up from NPR. Corruption in Afghanistan offers lessons for the billions going to Ukraine. Or does it? In the corruption in the Ukraine is something that the U.S. Agency for International Development is working to try to battle, and President Zelensky is as well. The article obviously talks about a lot of the money that will go to Ukraine and the question of oversight of that money. The USAID has 3 inspectors in Ukraine, or rather one for the Pentagon, one for the State Department, and one for the USAID. And there are going to be lots of people looking at the monies for Ukraine. So hopefully that will be a way to help stop the corruption before it starts. Next up from Bloomberg, current Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella says that the AI is a tidal wave which could be as big as the internet was 30 years ago. In 1995, Bill Gates sent a memo calling the internet a tidal wave that would be crucial to every part of a company's business. Now, this Nadella says this seems like the same again for him. And finally, from Reuters, the Texas judge that ordered lawyers from Southwest Airlines to have religious liberty training has paused his ruling while Southwest can appeal this. One can only say that the ruling by this judge, which was completely off base and out of line anyway, at least he had the good judicial sense to suspend his ruling so that he won't do any more damage to law and the rule of law in the United States. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.